James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at NAB 2022. I'm here with my friend Art Adams, and he's working with ARRI Lenses, and you got some new lenses, I see.
We do. So we've had, our 16 signature primes have been selling like crazy. So we came out with a complimentary set of zooms, and they're a little special because we feel that they're probably the first set of primes and zooms that really match in the digital age. It was a little easier to do that in the film world. We hadn't really seen it done in the digital realm, so we're really confident that these are a great solution because they intercut, and I've actually done this. They intercut very well back and forth with primes and zooms. This is the 24 to 75. This is the last one that's shipping. We came out with the 65 to 300, probably about 5 months ago, and that has a 1.7 times extender, so you can make it into a 110 to 510. Great quality. We have the 45 to 135, that came next. There's a 16 to 32, that's actually in this little robot dolly over here, shooting right in front of the stage, and it's rectilinear, so you can get right on top of the band and shoot some great shots, and you don't get a lot of weird distortion.
Well, that's very wide for a full frame.
Oh yeah, it's probably, what does it work out to, an 11 or 12, I think by the time you do the math. It's pretty impressive. And then this one, the 24 to 75, is the one everyone's been waiting for, and that's why we took a little extra time with it. So it's the last one to come out. It's starting to ship now. 24 to 75, T28, just like all the other zooms. No exposure ramping, so you go into the end, nothing changes. It's 2.8 all the way through. Less of an issue with this one. The 65 to 300 is a big lens, and people ask us why it's so big, and it's because of that. So it's if you start wide and you punch into a very tight close-up, you don't have to relight, you don't have to cheat the exposure on the wide shot in order to make sure you can get a close-up. It just works.
So at the last NAB we went to, I think in 2019, you were just bringing out the signature primes. Now you have a whole line of primes and zooms.
Well, in this case over here, we have the two extremes, which are the 12 and the 280. The 12 is really rectilinear. It's probably the new 8R, is the large format 8R, really. The next one up from that, the 15, which we don't have here, really popular for commercials and music videos because you can really force perspective, but you can be 6 feet from a person and they don't do weird things. They just look normal. So a really nice lens. We do have the 280 here, and the 280 is cool because you can use the extender from the 65 to 300 on the 280, and it makes it into a really high quality 476 prime. And we've done some wildlife work with it, and it looks great. It pulls the detail out of, like, I don't know, I've shot bison with it at Jackson Hole, and it looks great. We don't have all the other ones here because we just don't have the room. It's the first show in a while, so we're trying to give some of the other departments some space, but they're doing great.
A lot of primes, a lot of zooms. You really have the whole range covered.
I like to think so, yeah. And then, of course, we've got behind the lens optics that we're working on. Hopefully we'll have something to show maybe a little later this year. But in the meantime, you can make your own optics. You can use nets, of course, the classic trick. Any kind of fabric you can get into that little ring, you can put behind the lens. And I've experimented with a lot of different looks. It's really fun. It's like an arts and crafts project.
Thank you very much, Art.
Thanks for talking to me.